Welcome to the Roman Rulers. I'm your host, Chuck Tanrity, and today we continue our chronological journey through the reigns of Rome's legendary kings. In this episode, we explore the life and legacy of Ancus Marcius, the fourth king of Rome, who is remembered as a ruler who skillfully balanced war and religion while shaping the city's infrastructure and expanding its territory. Ancus Marcius reigned from around 640 to 616 BC, succeeding Tullus Hostilius. He was born into a lineage that traced back to Rome's second king, Numa Pompilius, making him both a Sabine by ancestry and the grandson of one of Rome's most revered early leaders. His father, Numa Marcius, had served as Rome's first Pontifex Maximus, cementing the Marcius family's association with religious leadership. The name Ancus may have been a reference to a physical characteristic, possibly a bent arm, but whatever its origin, the name became synonymous with a king who blended military might and religious piety. When Ancus ascended the throne, Rome had just emerged from the tumultuous reign of Tullus Hostilius, a king who prioritized conquest over culture. Ancus set out to restore a sense of spiritual and civic balance. One of his first acts as king was to commission the Pontifex Maximus to publicly display the sacred rites and ceremonies established by Numa. These were inscribed on wooden tablets, ensuring that religious observances were accessible to all and not neglected or performed incorrectly. This move established Ancus as a protector of Rome's traditions, while subtly reinforcing his legitimacy as a ruler in the mold of his illustrious grandfather. Ancus' reputation for religious devotion did not prevent him from defending Rome with vigor when necessary. Early in his reign, the Latin League, perhaps mistaking his piety for weakness, began encroaching on Roman territory. Ancus responded decisively. After formally declaring war through the ancient feudal rites, he led his army to victory over the Latins. The conflict resulted in the capture and resettlement of several Latin towns. Ancus relocated their populations to Rome, settling many on the Aventine Hill and integrating them as Roman citizens. This strategy not only expanded Rome's population, but also strengthened its cultural and demographic diversity. Ancus's military achievements extended beyond the Latin League. He conquered the fortified town of Politorium twice, eventually demolishing it to prevent further occupation. He also subdued other Latin villages, including Telanai, Ficana, and the heavily fortified town of Medulia. These victories brought significant loot to Rome and expanded its territory. Ancus incorporated new lands, including the Silvametia forest, and fortified the Janiculum Hill, connecting it to Rome via the wooden Pons Sublicius, the first bridge over the Tiber River. One of Ancus's most enduring contributions to Roman history was the founding of Ostia, Rome's first port. Located at the mouth of the Tiber, Ostia became a hub for trade and naval activity. Ancus also established saltworks in the area, a vital economic resource that underscored Rome's growing influence. These developments not only secured Rome's access to the sea, but also laid the groundwork for its future maritime power. Within the city itself, Ancus continued to improve infrastructure and governance. He constructed the Fossa Corridum, a defensive ditch to protect Rome's borders on the landward side, and built the Mamertine Prison, Rome's first state prison. His reign saw the expansion of the Temple of Jupiter Feretrius, symbolizing Rome's military and territorial successes. Despite his many achievements, Ancus Marcius's reign was not without intrigue. After ruling for 24 years, he died of natural causes, leaving two sons. However, his trusted friend and court member, Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, outmaneuvered Ancus's sons to claim the throne. According to tradition, Tarquinius ensured that the sons were away from Rome during the succession, allowing him to consolidate support and ascend to power. This act of political cunning set the stage for future struggles over the Roman throne, and Tarquinius himself would eventually fall victim to the sons of Ancus in an act of revenge. Ancus Marcius's legacy is one of balance and innovation. By blending the martial spirit of Romulus with the religious devotion of Numa, he reinforced Rome's foundations as a city that valued both strength and tradition. His infrastructure projects, particularly the founding of Ostia and the construction of the Pons Sublicius, played a critical role in Rome's development as a center of commerce and power. His policies of integration and expansion set a precedent for Rome's ability to assimilate conquered peoples. a hallmark of its later empire. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Roman Rulers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tune in tomorrow as we delve into the reign of Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, the ambitious and cunning fifth king of Rome. I'm your host, Chuck Tanrity, and until next time, Vale.